Hello, and welcome to this demo tutorial that I'm going to show you in color how you fill things with color after you've selected it. There's a variety of ways that we can do this. So let's first start by changing my foreground color to the color that I want. Go ahead and start with this orange. Once I've selected the color that I want, how do I get this to be this? There's a couple of ways to do that. Most of it will be based off of your selection tools. So I recommend that you look at the tutorials for your selection tools and decide which selection tool is best for the project that you're working on. Once you have it selected, then there's a variety of different ways that you can get this orange color into here. One way is the brush tool. You can click on the brush tool, select your brush size, and with the pixels selected, you can start painting in what you want. Now this is based off of my settings from another demo, and I recommend that if you're going to use the brush tool as your option, that you review my tutorials on the brush tool. You can also use the paint bucket tool. Paint bucket tool, when you click on it and then you click the object, it will fill the object instantly and completely whatever's selected. You can also go under Edit, Fill, and you can select either the foreground color or the background color. You can even select how much of the color in its opacity that you want it to be. So let's say the foreground color, but we're going to set it at 50%, just to show you what it looks like. And see how it's 50% of this color. You can also use some hotkey features, which are key commands that tell the software to do what you want it to do. If I hit Command Delete, it's going to fill it with whatever the background color is, in this case white. Let's set that background color to a color that we want it to be, something that you can see a little easier. Go ahead and select this blue. So again, if I hit Command Delete, it will fill the background color. Orange is my background color, so when I hit Command Delete, it fills whatever the selection is. If I hit Option Delete, it will fill the foreground color. My foreground color is blue. These pixels are selected. Option Delete fills it with a color. Last but not least, if I double click, I can get the layer styles and I can do a color overlay. When I click the color overlay, if I want to change the default color, I click on the swatch. I can select something from my swatches, or the color picker, or the color library. But once I've adjusted and selected the color that I want, I hit OK, and it will give it a color overlay. Make note, with color overlay, it means that the pixels are still the same color, in this case of blue. I'm just putting a color on top of it. That if I turn this color overlay or effects off, the blue comes back. And this is how, once we fill colors, or select colors, this is how we fill selections in with the colors that we've chosen in Photoshop.